Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, don't touch that dial. Something unique. We have something unique. It's something that we're contributing to the Norristown area. Okay, so my guest today is from, well, she was born in England. She lived in Australia, and now she's in Pennsylvania. Great. Now, and she is an artist. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're an artist. And so I always, like I do in Madison Square Garden, I'll let you say your name. Okay, your name is?
That's a good thing you asked me, right? Because it was going to go somewhere else.
Because I don't want to like,
I've heard this.
Your name is Jane?
Jeanne-Marie Eayrs.
Marie?
Jeanne-Marie Eayrs.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you are an artist.
I'm a public artist.
A what?
A public artist.
What do you mean
by
by
that? Which is slightly different from an artist.
Oh, yeah?
A public artist does all their work in view of town, in towns outside.
Oh, you go into a town and...
I go into communities.
Oh.
So you don't do it in galleries as much as you do it outside.
Businesses, okay?
Yeah, big time. It's big.
And you do like murals, right?
Murals are my favorite, but we do sculptures.
What is a mural?
That's a good question.
Yeah, good
right,
question.
okay, well...
I asked you good questions. I'm not going to ask you bad questions. Okay.
Well, if you ask me bad questions, I'll give you bad answers.
Okay, what is a mural?
Okay, a mural, well, you're lucky to ask that in Philadelphia because there's about 2,000 murals in Philadelphia, right? They're basically large paintings, oversized paintings on walls. That's the short version. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's sort of like a history or something of
you
people?
know, it could be about anything, any theme you like. Most of the time, as a public artist, we like to go out in the community and we kind of get the ideas from different communities, local community, business communities.
Some ideas. Yeah, right.
Yeah, because,
you know,
coming in as an artist, right? We don't know.
Philadelphia, down in South Philly, they have some musicians and they have all the singers.
That would be an Italian town, right?
Right, Italian section. Frank Rizzo, the former mayor and police, and all the singers that were South Philly, Eddie Fisher and whatever. So now you're coming to Norristown. And,
I'm coming to Norristown, that's it, from London,
on
right?
February 2nd, it's on Monday, at 7 p.m., you're going to be at the library.
The Norristown Library.
Right. I have trouble pronouncing that, you know. It's Norristown. It's 7 o'clock. And what's that going to be? Well, you're going to have like an input about...
Well, we're inviting anybody, we're inviting anybody in this community, Norristown community, to show up on the Monday, 7 o'clock, and to have ideas. Some people...
On the 23rd of... on the 2nd.
The 2nd of February, yeah.
Okay.
7 o'clock.
You want people to come here. And what do you want?
Well, everybody's got an opinion, Hank, right? So
everybody's got an idea.
Yeah, 2 cents worth. So we're inviting people to have their opinion, ideas, concepts of what they would like or what they think could go on the tunnel and the Norristown train station. Yeah, because it's not a particularly gorgeous train station.
Where's going to be?
So it's going to be in the tunnel. So you go down the steps. There's a wall going down the steps, get to the other side of the station, all along the underneath, and then going up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so to give people a little bit more excitement when they travel on the train, right?
And some ideas, and you'll have like different things about Norristown.
Could be heritage.
Like the Columbus Monument in Norristown.
Yeah, we'll put that for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We've got one image so far.
Okay.
Okay, one image.
That's for my Gumbadi.
Okay.
And
so it could be heritage. I want to say it could be
the painting.
I create the design because it's easier for one person to come up with a design and say, hey, what do you think, right? Mm-hmm. But I like to get ideas from people.
The community.
From the community.
Right.
I think it's really important.
Well, show me some of the, can you hold
sure.
the camera?
All right.
Just hold one still.
These are examples, right?
Right, whatever you, tell us what it is.
If the camera could come in close, that'd be terrific.
Yeah, they'll take care of it.
So now with this particular mural, there was about 18 pieces of plywood, 8x4 plywood. And there was about 350 people who participated, and there are different pieces of plywood. I'll give you a closer look at a piece of plywood there. There's about how many pieces here? 2, including my cat, right? So this was about transport in South London.
You got a cat?
My cat, yeah, because my cat was. See, we painted it flat on the floor, and my cat was constantly walking on it. So we said, it's got to be in it, right? And then and my daughter's feet.
Well, the cat lovers will love that.
Yeah, my daughter's feet So, you know, it was up for grabs. Anything that we came up with, we had a concept and then we went for it. And when I said there's about 350 people, not everyone's painting at once. If people will come in and prime, some people will come and just paint the background, some people will, you know, draw, some people will just come and hang out, you know. Yeah. And so that's an example.
What else? You got another one there?
Yeah, I got a few more. This one's this was on Crystal Palace Football Club. Not many people know about.
There, right?
Yeah, this is all about celebrating 100 years of Crystal Palace Football Club.
Where's that?
It's England.
In England?
Yeah, because I work in England as well.
Oh, yeah? What part of England?
South England. South London.
Is that where the Beatles were?
No, the Beatles were a bit north.
Oh,
They're a bit northern,
Were you a Beatle fan?
I was a little young, you know. I was young.
Okay. I like their music, though.
Yeah. So,
okay. And
I mean, that's one form of art, right? Public artists.
All right. How long have you been doing this? How did you get involved in that?
I know. You know, how does one become an artist? It's kind of ridiculous, really, because it's not really your parents really want you to become an artist. It's you just sort of fall into it, and then you can't.
Your parents didn't want you to be an artist?
I don't think they probably wanted like a really secure
job. Why is it
job.
that the parents don't like to
What's
be
the
in
matter
show
with them,
business?
huh?
And they want
No, they get
artists?
nervous, you know.
My parents didn't want me to be a fighter. I was a professional fighter.
Oh, you were a boxer?
Yeah, I used to be.
Ah,
right.
Did they want you to do that?
Yeah, no, they didn't want to, but they said prayers and they lit candles for me. You know.
Yeah.
They always lit 2 candles in case one blows out. See, so.
That's good. That's good. Always have a standby, right? Yeah, Plan B.
Right.
Yeah, if the lights go out. Right.
Now, and you've been doing this work for how long?
I've done different genres. You know, I mean, you had a guest before. I started out in theatre. I mean, from like the age of 4. So I did theatre, and then.
How about? Can you do something maybe in my background? Look at my background here.
I'm telling you, you need some help here.
You got any ideas for me?
Yeah, I've got some big ideas.
You think?
Yeah.
That would be great. You paint something there, and then that'll be here
forever. Have you got
forever.
the money though? That's always the big one for the artist.
No, our show now is picked up by Verizon, 45, and Comcast 28. So look at that. We can put their.
We need to get them, you know, behind this, literally, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So that would be. So anyway, I started in theatre. That was question. I went into music, and then I went into art. So that's kind of the long and short.
You anything to musician too?
I went to music school.
You sing?
Yeah. I sing.
What kind of songs?
All in the bathroom.
What do you mean?
Bathroom songs, shower songs. I don't sing outside anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent there, right?
There.
Okay. All right. And right now, this is going to be down at the Scepter. You know who tipped me off about you coming on my show?
Your good friend, right?
Rochelle
That's
Griffith,
right.
former councilman.
Let's mention her name because she is really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
Phenomenal human being.
She works for Scepter now, right?
Yes, she does.
Right. She told me, you got to get her on there. You got to get her on there.
Oh, it's great. No, Rochelle's great. In fact, I met Rochelle about a year and a half ago when I went to do a Yardley. There was a train station in Yardley, Pennsylvania, which is where I live. It's about half an hour away.
Something here.
Let's open up the book. I mean, unfortunately, the picture of the mural is not there, but people can get an idea of.
But it was Yardley.
The community, right? Once upon a time in Yardley, right? We see all those great American flags because we actually completed it on 26th of May, Memorial Day, because we said, hey, build a mural and people will come. So that's how that came about.
A lot of different ideas.
And so that was the original. The way it looked. So when I came into town, as a muralist, I thought, well, why would they have a white wall? That's ridiculous. So then we got, I think we had about over 100 people participate in the whole project for about 3.5 months.
Well, you're doing almost the same thing here in Norristown.
Same thing, yeah. You know, same thing. It doesn't really matter whether you're in England,
I'm the ambassador in Norristown,
Pennsylvania.
you know, so.
Yes, you are.
Right,
yeah,
I'm ambassador.
Yeah.
We don't have a mayor, so.
You're it.
But
we don't need a mayor.
I'm 100% for it, you know. You know, we want history. We want to talk about history. There goes my pen. And I can't bend down to get it.
Yeah, me neither. So this is.
So
I've got.
Let's see. I get another one
See,
over here.
where was the backup?
I got another. Always got another one. Got one for football here.
Okay, good.
How you like that?
I hope you. Yeah. So
right?
did you watch the Eagles
Get ready
game
for
on
the
Sunday?
Super Bowl.
I'm ready.
Right.
I think the Eagles might win this year. You know?
You're going to root for the
absolutely,
Eagles.
Absolutely.
100%.
I'm a sports fan. I like teamwork. So.
Right.
You know, give me a town.
What other talents you got? You got you sing, you paint, you create. You know.
I'm just like one huge, massive creative bundle of something. So, you know, basically that's an advantage and it's a disadvantage. So the advantage is, if there's not a mural or it's not good weather to do a mural. So I was going to show you my book, the latest book that I did. Should I?
Please.
So this is a project called Sustainable Secrets. And we had, and when I say we, I have a core crew, and they're called Under Croydon, undercroydon.com. And it just happened to be that's the name. And we worked with 11 photographers, and we basically took pictures, photographs, we took like thousands of pictures, and then we just narrowed it down, of sustainable features on this planet, you know. So it'd be like a local garden, or so that was that section, or it might be, you know, wheat, local farming. So basically talking about, if you're a locavore, it means you only get food like within 30 miles away of where you live. So I like to stand for the planet. It's a good thing. So we created this book just to educate people on what was sustainable. So, it's a positive book. It's not, we're not going to have any pollution in this particular book, but it shows you what you can recycle. So we took loads of different pictures of recycling paper, recycling batteries, and hey, you can recycle. Do you know you can make more money collecting beer bottles now than you can in the stock market?
Beer bottles.
Yeah. Like if you invested last year in the stock market,
empty ones, right?
Yeah, they're 5 cents, 10 cents. So you would, if you collected like 1,000 beer bottles, you probably could make more money than you would in the stock market, don't you think?
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? So. Talking about clean water, so nature, and then.
I like that.
Don't you find that fun? This is by a talented photographer called Özlem Mehmet.
How about that?
And talking about hanging your washing out in the line, like the good old days.
Oh, that's hanging out.
Don't use the dryer, right? Just hang out your washing, and let your neighbours see your dirty laundry.
In other words, hanging out the two. Like me. That's what I've been doing now. When you become 85 years of age. You can hang out. And,
you can wear purple. You can do what you like, right?
Right.
And so we.
Wait, don't go so fast.
Oh, not so fast. So
what's this?
Sustainable.
We're interested in plays.
Okay, so
music.
this is kind. So sustainability is also about playing. It's not playing on computers or, DS Nintendos or whatever the kids are into nowadays, and. Well, my kids are anyway.
Hold it still now, so we can get.
So we're talking about just simple play. She's playing on a tire, so. The tire's recyclable.
Okay. Yeah, right.
The being outdoors is sustainable. She's not using energy. She's not. No carbon emissions in this one.
And he enjoyed that more than buying a toy for $150.
Yeah, look at that. So you get the tire from down the road. Boating is also sustainable. So we did this project. So when I say I'm a public artist, it's like anything that you're working within the community, and then what happens is. People will come up with my idea and say, hey, let's make a book out of this. And what we did with all these different photographs, we put them on hoarding. So you could have big, huge photographs here. And so that's an example, right?
Talking about that toys, kids play, today they got all these expensive toys and all. I remember when I was a kid, we had what we call a toot-to-do.
Yeah.
The toot-to-do was like your roll of toilet paper was used up, the little cardboard would go toot-to-do. And that was
a good old days.
Toys, like, toot-to-do. And
I would tell my 11-year-old daughter.
Now you got a big thing, you got a toy over here, and the next thing you know,
got the Wii, you got the DS,
toys, and they're over there, and they're playing with some sticks or something,
Xbox 360, the Wii, I mean, you name it, right?
Right.
I mean, technology's moved on, so it's a good thing, but also, it's.
Well, tell me something about yourself now. You're in England. What kind of schools did you go to over there?
I
traveled the world, most likely, right?
I did travel a lot. I don't know why. It just kind of turned out like that. Because when I was 16...
I see you got a wedding ring on there, right?
Oh, it's not a wedding ring. It's a commitment ring.
What do they call that?
Oh, I don't know. They call it some kind of engagement ring, I suppose.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I've been engaged a very long time. A very long time.
Engaged to the world or what?
Yeah.
World traveler? Or?
Yeah. No, actually, I'm engaged to someone who... this is a really cute story. I met him in primary school when I was 9.
Where?
In England.
In England.
Yeah, he's English. So I met him when I was 9, and then
you met him when you were 9 years old.
9. I was in primary school with him. I never talked to him because he was, he was a smart boy, he was a smart guy, and I was the one who was sent always. I was sent outside the classroom for talking too much. Hank, can you imagine?
Wow.
And then I met him. I bumped into him 4 years ago.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, how about that?
So you engaged. Right?
So that was, I met him 20. Well, then when we were 15, I remember seeing him at a party, and I won't tell you what I did at the party, but it was a good party, right? And then that was it. We went our separate ways, and then 25 years later, we bumped into each other.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, so he had some kids, I had some kids, and then we,
That's
it's
delayed love, right?
Yeah. And the good thing is he's English, and we both live in America.
And he's English too?
Yeah, he's English too. Yeah.
And what's he do?
Oh, he's an executive. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, complete opposite to an artist. He's an executive. He
business.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not doing stocks and bonds, is he?
No, but he looks for money. You know, we had a joke, right? I was in a job and I was doing a project on recycling, and the whole idea was this. I was working in a community and we were saying, okay, let's work with a project about recycling. So we went into a market and we got all their cardboard, we got all their plastic bags, everything, rubbish, looking for rubbish.
Right.
And we needed as much rubbish as possible.
Right.
And he called me because I was away on a different location. And I said, so what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm looking for billions of dollars, because they needed billions of dollars to create a new site. And he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for billions of rubbish, garbage. So, you know, we do the same things, but in different contexts.
Different.
Yeah.
Do different
I was
things
looking for
with it.
garbage, he was looking for money, right?
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
well, what caused you to get involved in this? Did this come upon you later on in life, or who influenced you to get into art?
Into the arts?
Yeah.
I guess I went, you know, when parents say, well, I think, you know, let them be good students in some way, send them to music school, you know, piano lessons, and then I went to singing lessons, and then I went to acting, and then eventually I went to acting
took the
school.
singing lessons?
Yeah, I did the whole thing, singing lessons, then I went to acting school, and then and then I did some plays.
Well, what your parents, what your dad do?
Oh, they're just average people, you know.
Yeah.
Just you know, I don't even know what they did, quite honestly. I think one was an engineer, one was a secretary.
Choo-choo engineer. Right.
Yeah. And you know, my thing in life is really letting people. Here's the most important thing in life: do what you love, and the money will follow.
Right.
And I read that
Right.
over
It's,
15 years ago.
My mom used to say, "Do good, and the people move you forward."
There you go.
know?
Yeah,
See? So,
exactly.
you know,
And there was two things I loved in life, Hank, as I got older. I loved community politics and I loved art. And eventually my brain
well, they work together.
kind of went, well, why don't you do both of them? So
Right.
getting community get together,
Right.
whether they're Democrats or Republicans, we've
Right.
got a great show coming up, inauguration, right?
Right,
That's like
right.
the most,
Right.
depending what side you vote for, but it's still an amazing
Great,
transformation
you know.
in the States. And so for me, it was loving people where I live or where I was going to work, or whether it's a business.
Right.
It's getting them together, and they're going towards one mission. So if it's painting or it's creating a sculpture or
Right.
a mosaic,
Right.
it's just they're going. We're not talking about politics, but so we can build relationships on just.
Right. Well, you know, right
Yeah.
before you come on, I did they're doing a show here coming to Norristown, Citizen Payne.
Yeah.
And it talked about the history, about how he come up with ideas about government, but he took a little bit of politics, or whatever you want to call it, from England. They took a little bit from France and took, you know, and put it together, you know, with the Constitution and all. But
Yeah, I mean, that
what
was
it's about,
amazing.
you know.
I mean, to have that concept
Come on,
today
ideas.
of saying, well, let's create an independent country. I mean, that was something.
That's what
Yeah.
makes our country so great, you know. But getting ideas from all over. Mm-hmm. And okay, now your project is going to be Norristown.
Norristown
okay? Right.
train station.
But the train station. Now, you ought to maybe, when the borough of Norristown, or the municipality of Norristown, we don't have borough now, it's that maybe we could, there's different murals, different parts of Norristown.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I know that my Pat Mascara is a good friend of mine. He has a lot of murals up in his, where his office, you know.
Yeah.
And about his family, you know. It's really, so a mural, you tell me a little bit more about a mural. It's more of like, it can be about a family, it can be a history
okay.
about town. What?
Well, it sounds like to me you're asking the question is how does a mural start? Like, you
Yeah.
know, what's the concept? Well, the first thing is finding a wall. So you look at a wall and you go, that is a great space for a mural.
Right.
And you just sense it, you feel it, that's the way to go. And then the next place, especially, and when I say public art, is like we're doing now. We're going to let everybody know in Norristown.
Okay.
If you come, the initial meeting is on the 2nd of February.
Right, at the library.
But they don't have to be there if they can't make it. There'll be other meetings, and you know, I'm sure my phone number will
At
come
least,
up.
you know,
But then
make
to
a
be
contact,
involved.
right.
So it could be history. Like when I say history, so that's kind of a very wide section. History could be, you know, the history of Norristown,
Yeah.
the history of the States, or it could be people's personal history. there might be, when I say heritage, like there's a whole diverse, group of people living in Norristown. They're probably from many different countries, so they have their own heritage.
Well, I think we're flashing a line how they can get in touch with you if somebody's interested in getting the paintings or murals or so, right?
You know what? Always looking for people who really want to be involved, especially kids who, it's a great thing to be a kid, to be 16, 17 again. But 16, 17, high school kids, right. If they're already artists or really interested in being an artist, just absolutely come on board, because this is the best way of gaining community, gaining experience, right. Meeting people, right. And then creating their own projects once this project started. Right, because not only are they going to paint a mural, they're going to meet different people, also find out how to create funding, because it's always about creating funding, which is what Rochelle's helping us with from SEPTA. Because SEPTA is, this particular train station belongs to SEPTA, which is really a great thing that we already know that, because often I'll see a wall, and you won't know who it belongs to.
I'd rather see the murals on there rather than graffiti and all that junk on there,
Yeah.
And so...
Then you have to get permission. You can't run over and just start painting. It's a process. And generally, the fastest mural I think I've done is probably 3.5 months. And that was with 600 people. I worked with 600 people in a different train station, and it was massive. And we just went... and I was a little younger then, Yeah.
What's your favorite, if you'd say... If somebody comes up and says, I want you to do a mural, but I don't know what to do, what would be your suggestion, or what your gut feeling of what you would like to see in the mural, like we have on the wall over there with what is the eagle, the Norristown
my
eagle.
Favorite. I don't have any favorites, Hank. I think it's just I have a sense of drama, and I always like a sense of drama about murals, like it tells a story. And that's probably my theatre background. I like things that tell a story. There's a beginning, there's an end. Then I like to have a few little, trying to get the words out, but just to, like little clues that will lead you to something else. So it's not all obvious. Okay, you have to kind of hunt for something that might appeal to young people.
Like sports, okay?
Sports, I love them. Like this one here that we go back to.
Right.
This was, we worked with...
soccer. I see soccer.
Yeah, this is. I'm English, Hank. So at the end of the day, we're going to do soccer.
Soccer, and then you look like a politician there.
Yeah, they look like politicians. The managers sometimes look like politicians. We basically worked on who are the most important players in the 100 years. It was celebrating the 100th anniversary of that particular football club.
Right.
And in fact, it's Palace. So this is the program. It was kind of a...
What's this?
This was Crystal Palace program that I was in when I did the mural with, some few people.
You did this?
Oh, I didn't do that, no. When we go to soccer games, they always give out a program.
In England, that's big stuff.
Yeah, it's big stuff.
Trouble is, soccer in England.
Look at this program. Look at this program. This is what the program they give out on every single game.
They
Look
get
at
over
this.
there, they get fights.
Yeah, they do, but it's part of the game,
Wow.
They're playing out there. They're playing out there too. There's lots of players. It's amazing.
After I retired boxing, I became a professional referee. I refereed down in officiated in South America, like New York, and different places. But I don't think I want to be a soccer referee, because, boy, they beat them up.
Yeah. Did you see the World Cup when the French, headed the Italian? He was sent off the field.
I remember down in South America, they beat the poor guy up.
But I think they shoot them there, Hank, actually.
Yeah.
I think Brazil lost. I can't remember. It was like maybe 8 or 12 years ago. And the Brazilian shot it into the wrong goal. And, a night later he was shot. Yeah, they shot him. That's how serious. It's a very serious game.
Yeah,
I love soccer. I particularly love soccer because when you get out to watch soccer, there's thousands and thousands of it. Very different feeling. I love football here too. I like going to baseball here. Very different feel. It's like when you go out to a soccer game in England, you have to really, there's some language that your parents wouldn't be proud of you to use. I won't use them now, but.
My grandson is a soccer player. He's only junior high school, but he plays varsity. Methacton, and he's very talented, and I follow him whenever I can to see it, and just got picked as one of the top players, so I like
that's
soccer.
Good.
When I was in Italy.
Now you are Italian though, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he's coming from. He's an Italian soccer player,
Pasta,
Yeah.
lasagna, all that stuff. But I remember now, my wife and I, and walked in the piazza, and you see little kids kicking a can, playing
Yeah,
soccer,
yeah.
you know, soccer.
With
you
bare
know.
feet.
In South America, when I was in Venezuela, you know, and see these young kids, and then they get strong legs, you
Yeah.
know, playing soccer, you know. That's why
Yeah.
they're good football players, good kickers, you know.
Yeah.
So, well, look, our half hour is over.
I know, and we're talking about soccer, like we were
And
both,
we've
you
had
know,
a ball here, and the first time I met you, I didn't meet you. All I know, Michelle Griffith told me, she said, she's a good guest. So I'm really,
Okay, so we
and
just
I'm so
have to make
happy you're going
sure-
to do a mural in Norristown.
Norristown
at the,
train station.
At the train station, well, except the station at Lafayette and DeKalb Street, the tunnel.
Hopefully, if all goes well, we're going to be starting painting in summer. And the first meeting is 2nd of February, Monday, 7 o'clock, Norristown Library.
Right.
Otherwise, you call me, and then we basically have a timeline. But we're definitely going to be painting in the warmer weather, because otherwise the paint slides off the wall.
Get your cup.
Norristown Area School
Here and we say,
District.
"Alla salute" to your health
Okay,
in
salute.
Italian. Alla
Yeah,
salute.
buona
Right.
salute.
Good luck. And ladies and gentlemen, hey, Norristown's moving forward with our revitalization. We're getting a theater coming in town, a big restaurant's coming in town. We're going to be developing the waterfront. Norristown's going to be a place to be, and I'm glad that you come all the way
Thank
from
you.
England, all the way from Australia
All the
to
way
come
from
here
Yardley.
to do a mural. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us in your home, and God bless each and every one of you until we meet again.
Thank you,
Okay?
Hank.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right? Thank you.
Grazie.
All right.